So, welcome to the Summerland show, episode number 4. Let's see if we can adjust this a little bit. And for today, what we're going to do, and welcome, let me know if you can hear me. Let's see if we need to do anything else here. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. I don't know where I see the chat even. Live chat. Okay, so it should just appear. So if you can hear me all right, see if we can adjust. There we go. Okay, so welcome to the Summerland show, episode 4. Today, and try a comment. Put in a comment. Let me see how it works. I'm streaming through the phone, so it's a little weird. But anyway, welcome to the Summerland show, episode number 4. As I said, I could not, for the life of me, get this working through the Streamlabs thing or Talk Studio that I have. Let me check the lens here. There we go. Oh, isn't that nice? So more tech stuff, but we'll get going. So today, instead of diving straight into the content, we're going to do a couple exercises. So I guess I should do a proper introduction. Hey, I'm Garrett. I'm the owner and founder of Command Z and the Summerland Academy for Radical Undoing. And this is the Summerland show, episode number 4. And I don't see any comments yet. So if you guys did leave a comment, then I don't see it, just so you're aware. But maybe it will. Cool. Hey, Sean. So the comments do work. Okay, so I can see the comments. Great. So what we're going to do is, as I said, I'm Garrett Don. I'm the owner of Command Z and the creator of the Summerland Academy for Radical Undoing. We help people come out of the hell of the mind, come back home to the body with a number of different tools. The core method, which is called Radical Undoing. And then in addition to that, we have Adventures in the World, Cognitive Experiments, and let's just say other types of exercises and movements. You can find a lot of stuff free here on the YouTube, on the website and whatnot. If you do run into issues on the website, please let me know. I'm doing a huge transition of website, web hosting, and all this kind of tools. So soon it will be streamlined and very smooth, but right now it's insane. So hopefully on the front end it looks okay. But anyway, as I was saying, we're going to start tonight a little bit different. We're going to do a couple exercises first. And Sean says a lot of dead links for sure. Sean, if you run into that, if it's not too much hassle, just send me, if you just copy and paste whatever dead links you run into, let me know. I need to clean all that up, but it's a huge process because we've had the site up since like 2010. And then now finally now we're just moving everything over to a new place. So I have to replace every little detail, and hopefully it'll be simpler very soon. But always too, Sean and anyone else, if you do run into issues on the site, just send me an email, radicalundoing@gmail.com, and I'll make sure to get you in the right place. So no worries on that. So, as I said, we're going to start with the 2 exercises we've been doing since Summerland show episode number 1. First one of which is a simple twist of face. So we'll do that now for 5 minutes, and I'm going to have to set a timer on the... I'll have to set the timer on the computer here so I can see it. Let's see, timer. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and start with the simple twist of face. If this is your first time joining us, please do the exercises along with me. And we will do the face stretches. We'll do it for 3 minutes since this is a live stream, but normally you want to do it for 5 minutes. You set a timer. Twist and move all the different muscles and parts of your face. So you want to include the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, different directions, the eyelids open and close, the cheeks, nostrils, lips, tongue, and jaw. So we're going to start, and you just start moving, twisting, and pulling all the different muscles of the face with a lot of intensity and contraction. Move slowly and deliberately, and continue breathing while you do the exercise. Just keep on breathing, twist and move all the different parts of the face. And we'll do these two exercises right away at the beginning. Then I'll get into the content for the Summerland show, episode 4, From Victim to Adventurer. And it's just going to be some simple mindset shifts that you can keep in mind that will kind of help you stop doing the self-victimizing track in your head and then adopt what I call the adventurer mindset. So right now, we're just doing the face stretches. Twist and move and pull. And breathe and relax the rest of your body while you're doing this. So we'll go another minute or two here. Just keep twisting, pulling, moving, and then move through the tension. So you want to contract all the face muscles and then move through the tension. I got another minute or so. Just twist and move and keep on breathing. And try to make sure you're breathing in the belly and in the chest. And if you yawn, make big loud sounds. Don't cover your mouth. Just yawn. Okay, now take a full inhalation and try to tense all the muscles in your face as tightly as you can. Look with your eyes in some direction or another. Hold, hold, hold. Hold the breath. Full breath in. Hold, hold, hold. And then when I count down, I'll say 3, 2, 1. You say ah and let all the facial muscles relax. Okay, so hold the breath. And then 3, 2, 1. Ah. Relax. Now notice all my face muscles just drop. Relax, relax, relax. Take a couple deep breaths and feel the effects of the face stretches. Okay, and then we'll do one more exercise. This one is another one you should repeat every day, and even better, multiple times a day. And this one is called Atlas Shrugged. So what we want to do is pull the shoulders up toward the ears like this. And you want to continue pulling them up. So they're not rounded back, they're not rounded forward, but they're straight up. And you want to make sure your neck's not going like this. Just let the neck be loose, let the hands and arms and the rest of the body be relaxed. And again, breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. We're going to hold this one for about 90 seconds. And you want to make sure you continue breathing and then don't create fake suffering in your mind by thinking, Oh man, this is difficult. Just be aware of the intensity of pulling the shoulders up like that, and then just keep on breathing at the same time. So don't resist the exercise, just be aware of it and continue doing it. So we've gone about 30 seconds. We'll go about another minute. And if you have to yawn, just yawn, let it all out. So shoulders up. Continue pushing the shoulders up, 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 up. Just keep pulling them up. So we got about another 30 seconds left. Keep pulling the shoulders up. You're going to get a huge relief from this, especially if you put a lot of effort in. As always, make sure you're not going into any pain, but it should be intense and even uncomfortable. But just because of the intensity of pushing the shoulders up like this. So shoulders up, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter. Shoulders up, keep pushing them up. Okay, now we've been 90 seconds. Now we're going to take a full inhalation, pull the shoulders up even tighter, and hold the breath for a moment. And again, I'll count 3, 2, 1. Then we say ah, and we thrust the shoulders down with a little bit of force. Okay, so full breath in. Hold the breath, pull the shoulders up real tight. Hold, 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 hold. And then 3, 2, 1, and thrust them down, and then just relax. You can shake them out a little bit if you need. Roll them around a little. Then close your eyes, take a couple breaths, and feel the effects of the shoulder exercise. And you might still notice the effects of the face stretches. So a couple breaths. Okay, so those are the exercises. If you did them along with me, please comment in the chat and let me know what your experience was. Just let me know how the exercise went for you. If you have any questions about it, I'm gonna grab this light, see if I can make it a little better here. Give me a moment. Let's try it like this. Okay, there we go, a little bit better. Now we got shadows, but we'll just have to deal with that for now. So, today's show, again, it's going to be, okay, here we go. And Sean says, getting better at keeping the breath going while doing the exercises. Let me see if I can, okay, no, I can't share the comment, but great, Sean. And any of the other folks watching, if you would, just put a comment in if you did the exercise. Let me know how each exercise is. Let me know how they went for you. So today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this concept of going from victim to adventurer. So a metaphor I like to use to illustrate this principle is mountain climbing. If you've ever done any mountain climbing, it's a difficult but rewarding endeavor. It's constantly adventurous, and you have to adapt to all kinds of variables and changing circumstances while you're climbing the mountain. So with the victim mindset, a victim will never even leave their house. They won't even have the possibility of climbing a mountain in their mind. They'll just already, if they were asked, hey, do you ever want to do mountain climbing? Then they will say, oh, that's not for me, or I don't like it, or I could never do that, or I'm not in shape, or whatever else kind of excuse that's they have kind of pre-planned for everything that's outside of their comfort zone. So that's the victim mindset. You never leave the house. The adventurer mindset is you're up on the mountain, you're climbing, you got your 2 climbing partners with you, you've dug out a snow cave to sleep for the night, and sometime during the night, an avalanche has buried you inside the snow cave. So you wake up and you dig upward, and you start digging where the entrance used to be. Dig, 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 until you finally burst out into broad daylight, and then you continue up the mountain. So that's the adventurer mindset. The adventurer mindset, nothing can really stop you. You just deal with the circumstances as they arise. You accept the circumstances as they are, and that's key. You must accept the circumstances as they are in order to get yourself back in the driver's seat to be able to do something about it. So in a nutshell, that's the victim to adventurer trajectory. One useful concept that you can use if you find yourself still stuck in some victim mindsets, and Vanya says simple and powerful exercises. Thank you, Vanya. And Vanya's in some of our pro courses. She's done the Summerland intensives, as well as now working on the Summerland 12-week elite program. If those are something that you're interested in and want to dive into, just send me a message or send me an email or contact me on Facebook. One of the million ways of sending text back and forth to each other. So one useful concept that you can use in going from victim to adventurer is something I call the inner spy. You want to activate the inner spy. Now, what do I mean by that? The inner spy is a point of awareness within your mind who's not involved with emotional reactions, not involved with interpretations, but who's just observing things as they are, taking stock of the resources that you have available, and then constantly moving forward toward whatever your goals are. So that's the inner spy. What you need to do is to get your identity out of all the interpretations, out of all the reactions, out of the historic personality, and onto something one of my teachers called the clear observer. You want to be able to just observe while your mind is in the same place as your body is. That's the very first mission of the internal spy, is to constantly draw the attention out from the mind, out from the imagination, and put it back where the body is. When the mind is in the same place as the body, then you can see what's really going on, and you can tell the difference between the contents of the imagination and then what's actually happening. Okay? So in a nutshell, that's what I mean by going from victim to adventurer. Another way I used to describe it is going from the manipulated life to the flowing life. And this is a very interesting concept. So what is the manipulated life? The manipulated life is a situation where you believe that you need to control all the variables in your life at all times in order for things to be okay. And the goal is to have a flowing life. But what happens is people think that they need to manipulate other people, they need to manipulate themselves, and they need to manipulate circumstances in order to arrive at the flowing life. But the issue is all of those acts of manipulating everything keeps you trapped in the manipulated life. So we must drop all those manipulations in order to arrive back at the flowing life, where you can make simple decisions, take stock of circumstances as they are, and then take the next step toward whatever your goals are. So with that said, I'd like to open up the chat for any questions. Do you have any questions about what I mean about going from victim to adventurer? And while I wait for questions, I'll illustrate a couple more steps that might be useful for you. Step one is you must come back home to the body. And those two exercises that we began the stream with, the simple twist of face, the face stretches, and the Atlas shrugged, which is the shoulders to ears exercise. Those are two among many exercises that will get you out of your mind and back home into the body. That's step number one in going from victim to adventure. Step number two is to end the fake suffering of the mind. So if you watch the Summerland episode number 3, we go into a little bit more detail about fake suffering and fake problems. So we need to identify where the mind is creating fake suffering and fake problems, and then using the methods of radical undoing and the Summerland Academy for radical undoing, and any methods you have at your disposal, you must end the fake suffering of the mind. And the only way you can do that is by doing step one, which is coming back home to the body. And then finally, step 3 is to embrace life as a never-ending adventure, as a constantly unfolding adventure. And what does adventure mean? Adventure means that you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what the outcome of the adventure will be. That's the definition of adventure, or one component of the definition of an adventure. A journey in which, or an experience in which you do not know what the outcome will be. So that's kind of scary, but when we live completely trapped inside the imagination, we end up becoming victims of interpretations, victims of our emotional reactions, and victims of our historic personality. So nothing new can come in. And Sean says, quit identifying with the fake suffering and the chattering mind and start identifying with your real experience in your body. Yes, you want to move the identity out of all those reactions and bring it back down into an awareness, a direct perception of what's actually going on. And there might still be bullshit going on in the mind. It's my assessment that we are not in control of what's going on in the mind. We can utilize it from time to time, but we're not in control of it. We're not in control of our thoughts. They appear out of nowhere and they just drift away again. But what we are in control of to greater or lesser degree is our attention and where we focus it. So whenever you wake up, whenever you become aware that the mind has drifted off somewhere else, you want to bring it back home to the body. One of the simplest ways you can do that is something I call the dehypnotizing breath. What that means is if your mind is in a different place than your body, you're lost in a trance. So when you notice it, which you might have 100 or 1,000 opportunities throughout the day to notice that has happened, and then you just take a deep breath and bring the mind back home to the body. And I'm sorry, Sean, I didn't quite see that comment there. Let's see, live chat. I don't know how I see. Okay, there we go. And he says, and then don't resist what you experience. Yeah, this is a key, and we'll get into this tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is about relaxing into intensity, or I like to call it remembering relaxation. I'll make a note here as 5. Summerland 5 will be all about remembering relaxation. And most people have an idea about relaxation, but they don't know really how to properly relax and what it actually means in the body. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow on the Summerland Show, episode 5. But yes, you don't want to create resistance to your circumstances. And that can be very difficult if you're stuck in a victim mindset. It can be like, oh my God, this is happening, that's happening, what am I going to do? And freaking out. But instead, you just want to kind of calmly and soberly take stock of what's actually going on. Okay, this is what's happening. This is the hand I'm dealt. How am I going to play it? So I think that's about all I wanted to say for today. I do want to let you guys know we're going to be starting a Summerland 12-day challenge this coming Monday. So if you're not on the email list, just look in the description below. There'll be a link for signing up for the email list. And when you do so, you'll also get my 7-minute emergency kit. And that includes video links for 3 very powerful exercises you can use immediately to get out of the hell of the mind, come home to the body, and start to feel grounded and present and relaxed. Okay? And when I say present, I just mean that the mind is in the same place as the body. It's nothing mystical, nothing woo, none of the New Age BS that we've all been abused with if you've done any seeking. So again, tomorrow we're going to cover the remembering relaxation, what it really means, and then I'll give you a direct experience of deep relaxation on tomorrow's show. So I'll wait a little while longer to see if any of you have any other questions. And like I said, make sure you get on the email list so you get notified, and I'll be announcing, I think I'll send out the registration details tonight for getting on the list for the Summerland Challenge. And that will probably take place in the Summerland Academy for Radical Undoing Facebook. You can find that by searching on Facebook for Summerland Academy for Radical Undoing. And then you'll have to click to join, and then I'll have to accept you because it is a private group. And Vanya says, Summerland Challenge was a life-changing experience for me. Yeah, and Vanya, the message you sent me about the Summerland Challenge, I'm going to put that up on the page because it describes for people a lot of what they can expect to experience. But Vanya, if you want to say anything more about that for people that have not experienced it, you know, a little bit about what they can expect or why you think they should do it, that would be excellent. So, any other questions about going from victim to adventure? These earlier shows, you know, I'm just getting started with the Summerland show. So I'm just trying to lay the groundwork with a few simple concepts, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper into experiential elements of those concepts in future streams. But as long as we're here, let me show you one more exercise. This is a simple one for undoing a lot of chronic tension in the fingers, the hands, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, and even a little bit of the chest. Again, all the risk is on you if you do any physical exercises in relation to this video. So ask all the relevant authorities, make sure it's okay, and never push yourself into any pain with any exercises here or on any other video. But if you are okay and you take all the risk, then I'm going to show you this exercise. But do not push it beyond any kind of pain, okay? So you take your hands, put them like this. They're like this, palms facing each other. Turn the thumbs in and down like that. Okay, we're going to take the right hand, put it over the left, and you're going to grab your fingers like this, fingers and thumbs. Okay, we inhale out here, and then we exhale, we go down and forward. So if you can only go here, that's okay. Only go to where you can go. So we inhale here and exhale forward. Inhale back, 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 exhale forward. Okay? And now we're going to take the hands, unlace the fingers, come back like this, and put the left one on top of the right. Inhale again. Go like this for the light. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. And then you come back out. Shake out the hands and the wrists. You want to go forward and backward like that, and side to side. And all around. Shake out the arms. Loosen up the neck a little bit. And then, as always, between exercises, you want to take a full breath in, take a couple breaths, close your eyes. Okay, so now you should be feeling some effects through the face, through the shoulders, and even down through the chest and out through the hands. And if you've been breathing properly, also in the belly. So, that's what I've got for you today. What you want to do for now is try to identify in your life where you are thinking like a victim. It can be difficult because the victim mindset can be disguised. For me, it's often disguised as, oh, I just don't like doing that, or I don't want to do that. Some kind of new experience, new kind of skill or talent or hobby that you want to take on. For me, it usually would manifest as, oh, I don't like that kind of thing, you know, if it's something that was to get me out of my comfort zone. For other people, it might manifest as like, oh, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't dance, whatever it is. And instead of saying, oh, I've never really tried to draw before, or I can draw, but I'm not satisfied with my drawing. See, that's not a victim mindset. That's an adventurer mindset. And Vanya says she recommends the Summerland Challenge to everybody who is tired of their everyday bullshit. Thank you for that, Vanya. Yeah, it's an excellent challenge. It took me many years to really, really dial it in and get it developed so it works really potently for everyone who tries it. Okay, so I'm a little bit And Sean says, that's me. Sign me up. Can't wait. Great, Sean. Yeah, we're going to be starting on Monday. I'll put up a simple registration page tonight and then send it out via email. So you should get an email. And Sean, like I said, if you find yourself going through the website, whatever dead links you find, if they're there, if it's not too much trouble, please just send me a list of those and I'll get that all wrapped up. It's a massive process doing this kind of stuff by yourself with the website. It is rewarding, but you know, it takes a lot of time and organization. So in any case, folks, thanks for dropping by for the Summerland episode 4. As I said, tomorrow, Summerland episode 5 will be all about remembering relaxation. And it's going to be some counterintuitive stuff about how to relax into intensity, how to stay relaxed when you're going through very intense circumstances. So it'll be very rewarding. We're going to go through a few exercises you can use, and we'll do them together live on the stream. So unless there's any further questions, that's it for today. So thanks for dropping by for the Summerland show. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a jingle too. So we'll have a nice, we'll have a nice thumbnail. We'll have a nice jingle. So every stream I'll try to improve by, somewhere between 1% and 5% and make it an even better experience for you. So you guys were here in the beginning. Thanks for being here. Much love and God bless you. See you again tomorrow for Summerland episode 5, Remembering Relaxation. Cheers.